Hey friends, welcome to today's video. My name's Stephanie and today we are going to be going over my favorites for Leo season. So I am super excited for this video because Leo is one of my favorite signs. I just love a good fire sign and we all know that Leo is the best. So I am just very excited to be channeling the Leo energy. And apologies for this video being up a little bit later in the week. It was supposed to go up earlier, but honestly, I was just not feeling the Leo vibes yet. It took me a while to start getting into it, and I don't know if you can tell, but it is here. I am feeling it, so let me just show you my favorites. The first shade I chose is Holo Taco's Hot Take from their recent Fire and Ice bundle. I love this spicy and fiery red to represent Leo's fire sign energy. And I also thought Hot Take was just such a fun name to allude to Leo's being the best zodiac sign, or rather suggesting anything other than a Leo is the best. Leos definitely live up to being the proud lions of the zodiac that they are. Their confidence is just out of this world, and honestly, a bold, bright red like this one is just such a power color that gives me that Leo confidence. So I personally think this is a perfect Leo red. The next shade I chose was Wildberry West from Cirque Colors, and I actually chose this one to represent one of August's birthstones, Spinel. Funny enough, there is a shade called Spinel by Cirque, but when I googled the stone itself, it showed a beautiful range of colors, the majority being kind of like a bright hot pink to purple leaning shade. So I immediately thought of Wildberry West because it is just one of my favorites, especially for the month of August. This one has a really bright fuchsia base color that kind of looks more hot pink on one coat, but it does deepen up a little bit more on the second coat, and it has a really gorgeous blue purple shimmer as well as that delicate hollow sparkle. So I think this is just a beautiful representation of the birthstone, and I honestly think I love Spinel more as a Leo birthstone compared to the traditional peridot, even though Leos look good in anything, but you'll have to let me know what you think or which birthstone you prefer. Next up, I chose Mooncat's I'm a Mother Effin' Supernova, which is a full coverage gold holographic micro glitter. So I knew I needed a sparkly gold, and the name of this one just gives such Leo energy. I think it can tie so well into their ruling planet, which is the sun, and the sun rules all of the things like your will and pride, your ego and your sense of self or self-esteem and your purpose. And if you know a Leo, you just know how true all of those things are. But even aside from that, they just shine so bright. They love being the center of attention, and everything literally revolves around them. So I just think this is such a perfect Leo shade, especially with a name. Next, I have 24K from Static Nails, and this is another sparkly gold, but this is more of a foil metallic microflake formula as opposed to a micro holographic glitter. So did I really need another gold for Leo? Yes, actually I did. Why would you even question that? Gold represents wealth, confidence, power, and so many other characteristics that Leos resonate with. And I think almost every Leo prefers gold jewelry as opposed to silver. They just look so good in it, especially with a tan, which you know all Leos have, especially since they're born in the summer months. They're outside all the time, soaking up the sun. This shade is just so perfect for them. And personally, I really love this shade in just one coat because I think two deepens the color a bit more, so it's a little bit antique-y. It could just be that it's not flattering on me and my pale skin, but for a Leo, less is never more. And the last shade I chose is Velvet Rope by Cirque Colors. This was from their Cosmic Discotheque collection a couple years ago, and it's this gorgeous red jelly base with a golden aurora shimmer. And I just loved the name and color of this shade so much for Leo. Like, of course, they're going to be going out to the fancy clubs with the velvet ropes and getting VIP treatment like the true kings and queens that they are. But yeah, even though I absolutely love this shade for them, and I think it represents their sparkling and fiery personality so well, I thought it was so interesting because I also learned that a velvet rope is also a metaphor for an emotional barricade that prevents others from revealing their innermost thoughts. And I think that can be so true for Leos because, like I mentioned before, they are very proud, confident signs, and it can be hard for them to open up sometimes and be a little bit vulnerable. So if they do that with you, consider yourself special. And here is the lineup of my Leo favorites. I just love how sparkly these are, especially with those warm golden tones. They're just so perfect in my opinion for this sign. So that wraps up my favorites for Leo season. As always, I would love to know what your thoughts are on this sign and my picks for them, especially if you're a Leo yourself. Hopefully you enjoyed them as much as I did, because I don't know if you can tell, but I really love this sign. I think Libras and Leos just generally have really great compatibility, and there's just something about Leos, well, not just something, it's like everything about them that I am just so drawn to, because I don't have a lot of those characteristics in myself. Like, first of all, there's not even a planet in my birth chart that is in any fire sign, so I don't love that for me. I feel like, you know, I just don't have a lot of fire sign energy. And don't get me wrong, I love being, you know, more of like a chill, laid back, down to earth kind of person. But fire signs are just something else, and I just love that energy so much. So I feel like we're very compatible because of that. And with Leos, especially when it comes to their power, their ambition, their confidence more than anything, I just love embracing all of those things because I just don't normally. So I'm enjoying Leo season so far. Admittedly, it did take me a couple of days to get over the sad girl summer vibes of Cancer season, which I was really feeling. But now that it's here, I'm just like soaking it all in, and hopefully finding ways to just implement that in my life moving forward, because there's nothing wrong with, you know, showing up for yourself and being confident in who you are. I admittedly don't do that enough, and I would love to do that a little bit more. So let me know how you are feeling this Leo season, if you're enjoying it, if you're thriving. Hopefully you are. I can't imagine many people not during this time of year, but you'll have to let me know any and all thoughts that you have down below so we can chat about it. But thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.